begin, I have a warning. Those of you who know me well, and that's most of you here, know that I cry. I cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm proud, I cry when I'm embarrassed, I cry when I see you guys crying. So be warned, there will be tears. And I'll leave you to decide why the tears at that moment. Good afternoon to you all, and thank you for being here. It's been so much for me to have you all here. It's been hard to work out who could be here and who couldn't be here, because ideally we could have had it on a sports field out in the community somewhere with thousands of people who've influenced me over some years. But that wasn't to be. And I do appreciate all of you coming. Those of you that have travelled, those of you that are close by, it means a lot to me for you to be here. It's lovely to have fun with the board, members, friends, and it's going to be a party. You have to have the Letcee team. Thank you for all the kind words that have been said. It's a little overwhelming. You always choose to take the first slot of the day and not have to listen to all of this and then have to try and reciprocate and talk. I will try. I never planned or expected to be having a retirement party. For at least 20 years I've been telling people I'll work till the afternoon before my funeral. Okay, relax. I'm not planning something dramatic for tomorrow. But things change. And over time, this decision crept up on me. And I know that this is the time. It's kind of a bit like history repeating itself. We never really planned that we'd seem to develop into this huge organization. We started a really small little preschool. And then somebody challenged us to do something more about it. And it was never my plan to get a big NGO going and to be working in so many communities and things. But time. It was the right time. Since I announced my decision to leave, and staff have known for a little over a year, I've been asked many times how I know that this is the right time to go. I know because I have a really deep peace in my heart about this. I've relied on this feeling. Some might say it's an intuition. I believe it's something different. I believe I have an answer to prayer when these things happen. But I've relied on this feeling many times over 30 years. This helped me choose staff, begin projects, close down projects, and even go back to funders when it seemed like totally illogical to do. I trust that feeling. I know because this child that you created is ready to fly. It's like with our own children. When they're little, when they're young, we do everything for them. We nurture, we make decisions, we guide. And then comes a time when we have to encourage them and guide them into becoming independent and to go their own way. And it's time for this 30-year-old baby to become independent, go its own way, and start a whole new chapter. I've done what I can, and now it's time for a new chapter with new people and new leaders. It's definitely time to go. When the yellow tree, which Vic and Jenny and I planted when it was about knee-high to us, It's now more than 8 meters tall. That takes a long time. And it's time. And I look at that every day as I go into my office. I think, oh, we've done it now. This tree is big. And when some of the people sitting around here, who were the first babies at Letcee of staff, are now mothers and senior members, valued members of staff, and some of the quite senior members of staff. I think Letcee is unique in that we currently have 4 mother and daughter combinations on the staff. And not because they're family members, because each of those daughters has earned their place there. For the past few months, I've really reflected on Letcee and what's happened over 30 years. I've been reminded so many times how much the world and Letcee has changed, and yet how much has stayed the same. Changes that were really fun to recall. At the beginning, the admin was done on one typewriter we had. I couldn't type, but I had a trusted pencil and a full step pad. And all the proposals and all the reports were handwritten in pencil. And Lola Robinson patiently deciphered that. And when there was a mistake, she had to fix it out. I remember very clearly when a young German couple who had just got married came and donated a computer to us. This was a magic machine that none of us really wanted to do with. They heard about us and asked for money as a wedding gift so that they could buy it. And they told us really proudly one day that they would come back with a second computer as soon as they were able to give it to us. And I thought, what on earth will we do with another computer? And now everybody on the staff wants a laptop, needs a laptop, and they want it upgraded with the other money. Remember, we had this really exciting time each day when we dialed up onto the internet to download emails. It lasted about 20 minutes in a day. And now, if the Wi-Fi is down, well, you might as well just pack up and go home because nobody can work. We also had no cell phones to deal with, obviously. And we used to go into these communities which were very new to us. People didn't know us, we didn't know us. And remember, this is the beginning of the 1990s. The intentions in communities were very high. And after a few incidents, including one when Ice and I were driving back from Letcee for one Saturday, there were a lot of taxis on the road and they were sort of jostling. And we just chatted and got it. So we met at the roadblock at the top by this. He said, "Do you need an escort home? Are you okay?" Why? Let's have a big taxi walk. And so the board at the time decided we had to have some form of communication. And so they installed a two-way radio into the vehicle. Yep. Our safety relied on snap, crackle, pop, over! Over! We were stuck in Ecclesbush one day for hours because there were just no problems. In 1995 or 6, I don't know exactly, we bought our first cell phone. And those really large lotteries with an area. And the phones were rubbish. We still couldn't hear half the time. And at that stage, each community had one tower on one network. If you weren't on the right network, sorry, you just had no problems. So we carried this thing with us, but mostly it didn't help us at all. And then we had to send a message. Some of you will remember that. Press on which letter you're using and press buttons different times. It took ages to send out 3 words. Things are all different now. Some of the differences make me really proud. When we started Letcee as a training organisation, we simply shared what we knew with the practitioners. There was no curriculum, no recognition of training. In that first year, we trained 6 women. Now, approximately 200 women a year receive a nationally recognized qualification. That is a phenomenal change. For many of the women, still, they're the first person in the family to receive a qualification. And the change into the whole family is tangible and exciting. For the first 10 years or so, there was not one person on our staff with a degree. Now we have, as of yesterday, 9 with diplomas and 10 with degrees, some of which include postgraduate degrees. How has this changed? It took 15 years before we had a man on the staff. Now there are 4. Some women around, and we love having them. At the outset, our mission was to help people deliver a better daily program in the places where they worked. We knew we could teach them how to teach. We believed we knew what parents needed for their children and what communities needed to do for their children. We were driven by this need to do good. And then, thankfully, to be honest here, we realized after a bad era of judgment on our part just how arrogant our attitude was. And we had to reflect on how we worked. We had to develop a new model. We had to adopt a new way of working within communities. It's a very, very difficult lesson to learn, and a very difficult time to be in communities. But it was the very best thing that ever happened to Letcee. It strengthened our work and developing our current model where we co-manage projects with the community, where we set budgets with the community, where they tell us what they need in the community, where we build the ownership and the sustainability of the project in the community. It has set us apart from almost all other organizations in this country. I'm asked often, you let your beneficiaries set the budgets? Yes, we let the beneficiaries work with us to set budgets. Because if we're going to get it right for the children in our communities, the community leaders and parents have to be a part of it. And we have to respect parents as the primary educators of our children. We can no longer pay lip service to that. It has to become the reality. Letcee was one of the first organizations in Canada to take from working only with practitioners in education, taking services to the homes of children and family education, areas where they work and often no schools. Our outcome program very quickly became successful, and the shift from pure education to a much more holistic development program has contributed to various programs across the country and to the world, and to the small social franchise. Sharing good practice and learning from others is something Letcee has always taken seriously, and I encourage you to keep that way. The shift to a more holistic development model also resulted in our nutrition program. I will admit I resisted feeding children for running the so-called feeding schemes, which were popular for many years. I was not prepared to become involved in the thing where we fed children days of the week when we fed them when it suited us. And on other days we said, "Sorry guys, we're having Christmas or something, so we can't help you today." Emily, and her team, thank you. Thank you for taking on feeding children twice a day, 365 days of the year. And this is now 5 years, and we have not missed a single day. Those are the things. We've also expanded into supplying fortified porridge to more than 3,000 children and playgrounds. Yes, they only get it a couple of times a week, but it's never intended as a feeding scheme just as a supplementary meal so that they are not hungry while they come to play. And then we have our very large, very productive food gardens. We now have 21 Letcee gardens and 350 and 100 home gardens throughout the community. This contributes significantly to family food security and to the welfare of children. There are, however, many things which have remained unchanged over 30 years. We still have the same premises we started in. We still have the same neighbours. And we love sharing space with little Edison. Still, it's great to have a place where we have happy children noise, a constant reminder of why we do what we do. We are still always short of vehicles. Cash flow is still sometimes a problem. Something else, though, which has never changed, has been the amazing support we've had from our board. From when Reg and Ned started on the board, when Lloyd joined, to now. We have had the incredible support, experience, and wisdom to draw on. I'd especially like to thank the current board members, Colin, Ashley, Judy, Tanya, for your amazing support, for sharing your wisdom, your skills, and being so incredibly generous with your time. We know that you are all busy people. There's almost never been a time when you've not had time to listen to me, or answer a message, or send an email. Having a board with such amazing dedication and commitment, and being so available to the organisation is something most NGOs dream of. We are so blessed. In this time of change, their commitment and many, many hours of work to ensure a smooth transition has been very reassuring to me. I'm delighted to tell you that for recent meetings, they all agreed committed to another 5-year term of office. Thank you. It's very reassuring for me. In addition to the board, Letcee's had some amazing friends in this community. From the once-off donations from individuals to the very regular sharing of being announced. All of them voluntarily had registered as essential workers. They took it in turns to go into communities, to deliver food, to take activity packs to the children, to check on children, because we were really worried about the chances of neglected abuse, and just to support families with little or no regard to themselves. I was very proud, and the epitomizes for me the passion and commitment of the team. Thank you all very much. One of my greatest joys and proudest achievements is that 3 ladies who successively, taking over from each other, started their working careers as the maker of sandwiches for the children and office cleaners, are now highly qualified ECD people. Sandila, Iris, and Mumsy go all over the country as trainers, experienced and renowned player advocates, and it's just amazing to see. There are others on the staff who also take every opportunity afforded to them for learning and growth. And I saw with pride when another girl who came in as her very first job positively manages a program or speaks at a conference or trains a group of people or talks competently to funders. Growing people is very important and so rewarding. I look forward to hearing about achievements like this from all of you on the staff, and I will continue to watch this with interest. Sadly, some of the women who have had the most profound impact on my legacy journey are no longer with us. But I would like to acknowledge their contribution. Charmaine Foster was my pillar of spirit for many years. She navigated Letcee through the accreditation process and was very persuasive in getting our first co-library established. She left Letcee with a legacy of playing and having fun. We're good at that. We are really good at playing and helping others to learn through play. Flora Rose was an absolute gift to Letcee in the very early 1990s. With her beautiful ebony skin and her grandmother, she was able to help us in those very early days deal with working together in a way that none of us had had experiences of before. She helped us understand different cultures and to let go of stereotypes that we've all grown up with. She taught us that our similarities far outweigh our differences. She was courageous in correcting us. We didn't get it right. But boy, she laughed with us when we weren't sure how to negotiate the next situation. Much of our current feeling of family and caring for each other in the organization is a direct response to what Flora helped us learn very early on. The most important thing that has not changed is that we still work in communities where children and families go to be hungry. They do not have easy access to clean water or proper sanitation. Most of the children will never own their own books or toys. These facts must never be forgotten. And Letcee must continue to work to make the world a better place for young children. We also continue to work in the shadow of the pandemic. Letcee first began community work and home-based programs because we were increasingly aware that some children were too ill to attend crèche, and that caregivers often did not have the ability to walk children to preschool. Many of them had lost beyond caring. They had buried pupils, many of their own children, and were now forced to bring up another generation of children, while themselves not particularly well. We had to teach children and families, and continue to remind them of some of the protocols of treatment adherence and various other things. We had to include work on bereavement in our programs. Recently, we had to face similar facts. Children's health and well-being must remain an essential part of Letcee's focus, and the ability to pivot and include new things quickly must be held as a paramount value. Most importantly, still in our communities, too many children do not access early learning opportunities. Despite all the work we have done and the innovations we have brought, home-based ECD, day groups, toy gardens, children's centres, in our communities, still fewer than 26% of the children who should access full-time quality ECD services do. We know that every child has the right to education. We know what research has proved about the importance of ECD. Letcee was built on the adage, every child is my child. That's been our guiding star. I appeal to you to remain focused on young children and to keep ECD your priority. We owe it to the young students of the community and to the future of South Africa. On a more personal note, Letcee provided me with ongoing opportunities to learn and grow. I learned in time. I've learned to navigate through virtual meetings. Who would imagine that? I have attended various conferences, both locally and internationally. My recent Salzburg seminar was life-changing. It was there that I met Professor Theodora from Anglia Ruskin University. I was there feeling incredibly inadequate. There were 5 of us who were not academics. And I just thought, what can I, from this little corner of Africa, has to offer? And it was her who helped me realize that our practical work was something valuable to academics and to the wider world. So she played a major role in allowing me to see Letcee's work as being really worthy and not just something important to this community. It was like a daughter when some of those academics came to speak some time with us. When I said it was wonderful for me personally, but helped us grow as an organization. Perhaps my greatest journeys, however, have been from listening to community members and leaders, colleagues, and community from trial and error. We've made so many mistakes and learned so many lessons in 30 years. I'm very grateful for all the opportunities. Letcee has really changed my life and will continue to be a very special part of my life in the future. I attended the first meeting we mentioned. We sat on the floor in front of the fire and went through Letcee for 2 reasons. My own boys were ready to attend preschool, and we really wanted them to attend the then unknown, unestablished multiracial school in preparation for the changes which were inevitable in South Africa. And secondly, I really help. I got a job. Looking at how many times that it would take over my life completely and how much it would impact on my family. My children were 4 and 2 when Letcee started. They and Adrian always known that we've had to prioritize. And I'm so grateful for their support. Thank you, Abe, for always being there. For being the listening ear, the wiper of tears, and the cheerleader when things were, when there was something to celebrate. Thank you for holding the fort and for being accepting of the time demands of my job. In their absence, thank you, Bruce and Stephen, for tolerating the preaching sessions about hungry children when you occasionally came home from school with an untouched lunchbox. And for appearing interested, you let it be there to go journalism or visit the crèche. I'm so proud of what you've become and what you've achieved, but mostly for the kind, caring men you are. I glow when I see your commitment to improving the world for others and to ensuring children access the best possible education in a caring environment. Having me away for work, having to visit schools and listen to my incessant conversation about the rights of children and the need for education, obviously has paid off. You and your very special wives, my daughters in love, must, however, accept some of the blame for my decision to retire. I yearn to spend more time with the 5 most precious grandchildren. It's time to be more available walks, not just for Kendall or Auntie Mary. I could not have managed all these years without Margaret. She has been my confidant and friend. She's my children's other mother. She met them from school and ensured there was a meal ready for them every evening. For 33 years, she has written the shopping lists, cleaned up and tidied our home, reminded me that I needed to be here or there or feed children, and generally kept me on track. We've shared our children, and she generously allows me to take her daughters and granddaughters as mine too. Our plans for the future are vague. But as Tennessee Williams, the renowned American playwright, said, there is a time for departure, even when there's no certain place to go. This is that time. It's not an ending. It's just a point in the story when you turn the page. Our stories will go on in different directions. I am leaving behind me more than 200 years of Letcee experience in the team. They have all the skills they need to successfully continue all the projects and to grow the organization to new heights. I wish Peter, Victor, and Astrid, and all the staff everything of the best for the future. I encourage them and the whole Letcee team to keep listening to the people you serve. Encourage you to try new things and to make mistakes if you can learn from mistakes. I know I'm leaving this 30-year-old lady in good hands and all will be well.